what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA Halloween 3 Season of the Witch retro cloth figures, so you can say crafted figures. Now of course this is based on like Halloween 3, like the third film in the Halloween film franchise, and I do remember this. I can remember a time when it wasn't like a Halloween 4, the Return of Michael Myers. It was just only 3 Halloween films. And he always thought it was odd that Michael Myers was not in this film. Now he's like in theatrical trailers that is shown throughout the film, but he wasn't in this particular film. And I always did despise that and hated that. That's why I wasn't really like a big fan of this film or a fan of this film. But I had watched it again here like recently, and I must admit it was kind of a great film because it kind of has like more of like a science fiction tone to it, other than it's still like horror, but it's like science fiction like mixed into it as well. But I do can remember where it was only just 3 Halloween films. It wasn't like a Halloween 4, you know, because when Halloween 4 did come, you know, Michael Myers Return, oh, I was so excited about that at the time. I can remember that so well. But yeah, I must admit, yeah, that's why I wasn't really in too much of a rush to pick these on up. I wasn't even really planning on picking them up, but I just went ahead and picked them on up because, like I said, I watched the film recently here again. And I thought it was okay, because I seen it like a long time ago, like in the past, you know, but it had been like a while since I had watched it. But I watched it again here recently, and I thought it was, I must admit, it's great, you know. But anyway, I'm going to get into this right now. As you can see, this is the box that contains the Halloween 3 figures. Oh yeah, I ordered this from the costumes shop too as well, like from costumes. That's why I picked this on up. I've been ordering stuff from them like lately. So as you can see, it has like a theatrical poster on it with like the kids walking. You know, you said that image up there in the front. I like how it has this like this image up here. I like how it feels right there too. I don't know if you can see it. Like this here is like, it's actually like it stands out. It's not printed in there. It's like I forget what you call that, but you can feel it. But that's how it looks. And it has an image of like the masses right there. You see the head sculpts. And of course on the back you see this like the silver shamrock symbol. And I think this slides out if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it slides on out right here, as you can see. I must admit they look pretty cool though. I like how they look. And here are like the 3 figures like on the inside like with their accessories. Oh, and right here on is like the actual back of the box. Once you slide the slip cover off, you can see like the accessories and so on, the stuff that they have. So right here it says, it's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Halloween is almost here, and you don't want to forget your mask. Silver Shamrock Novelties is your #1 source for high quality latex masks. The clock is ticking. Don't miss out on all the fun this year. Order now. And it says make it a happy Halloween this year with Silver Shamrock. And it says that, you know, like jack-o'-lantern, skeleton, which is like showing the advertisement, like the prices of them and all that kind of stuff, like of what I guess they would have been, like the costumes. So tell your friends, it's all kind of stuff. That's pretty cool though, as you can see right there on the back. It's like a real life advertisement, as you can see. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna get into this right now. I noticed that's on the inside. Once you open it, it's pretty cool. I feel that's actually like the figures too, right on the inside. You can't take it out though, strangely. Cause I know NECA usually give us like a diorama type stand. I mean backgrounds. But there I noticed you can't take out. I mean of course you can if you wanted to, but I don't want to damage the box. Okay, that's the first one. I want to start with the skeleton one, which I think is pretty cool looking. I must admit it's a nice looking figure too. Now the skeleton, that's what they call him. He's like just at right under 6 inches, almost like 6 inches in height. I've noticed that he does stand too. What I do first is talk about like his articulation and the likeness to the film. So yeah, this is how he looks, as you can see. And it's pretty cool. Now I must admit I'm not too sure how accurate it really is, because I'm not too big fan of this film, but you know, there's a silver shamrock thing on the mask. So I think that's pretty cool that they have that. And of course, like his Alfred is like fabric, like it's crafted. Cause you can see like the Velcro right on the back. Like if you wanted to open this on up, you can open them up from the back. And then he has like the skeleton like sculpted into the suit. That's pretty cool. It does have peg holes as well too, like on the shoes, so you can't put them back on the stand. But I do notice that he does stand. I noticed like the arms kind of tight. Now this one does go up. He can like split too as well. He does have a bend in the knee. Of course, he can do an ab crunch. I noticed like the right arm is kind of tight right here. You can't bend the arm too. Ankle can, feet can turn. They can't really, don't like they can really rock or anything. It looks like this mask. It really feels like it's a mask too. Like it's like loose, like you can look up, you can look down. And I'm noticing that he seems to be standing. I think that's pretty awesome figure. I guess if you're a fan of this particular film, you know, you would definitely think this is awesome, you know. Her. Up next is the witch. Something to measure her or him. Let's see. They just right at 6 inches too. With her hood, I think she kind of is taller than the skeleton. So yeah, this is her. How she looks tad. Pretty cool. So yeah, I guess if you're a fan of this particular film, you know, you would really go for these. I think it's a wire in this, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like it is like a wire, and it's this cape thing that's around her, because you can bend it. But you can also, because you can even take it off, but that's how she look underneath. Wait. You have on these shoe pegs in them. It looks like it's the same shoes, almost like, okay, they are different from the boy, from the skeleton. She also has like the silver shamrock on the back of her too right now. It's pretty cool. Head can kind of, I guess it can turn on and force it. Her arms can kind of go up. She does have a bend, so you can't bend the arm. She can ab crunch too. She has a bend in the leg. Yeah. And here's another one. I noticed that it stands. Looks like it's, you know, you get their feet right, they stand. And lastly is the Jack-o'-lantern figure, so I'm gonna measure him. Looks like he's the tallest too. Yeah, he actually is like looks like he kind of breaks 6, so he's definitely right at 6. If you count like the I forget what you call it, the green part of the pumpkin at the top. I must admit, this is another one that does look pretty cool, so this is how he looks. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can turn left, right, tilt. I like how they feel like my mask is too, like their hair, they feel like a mask. And of course he has like cloth and material, fabric material, and that's pretty cool. And of course you can see like the silver shamrock thing on the back too, that's cool too, you can see that. He has pegs on his feet for his shoe, and he has on blue shoes. As you can see, he does have a bend in the leg too. Yeah, I think this does look pretty cool. You can bend his arm. Yeah, that's cool. He does have an ab crunch. Hands can turn, feet. I do notice their feet though, if I'm not mistaken. Like those could break if you mess them too hard. But I'm noticing that they do apparently like they stand. I notice his is kind of light around the feet area, but they do seem to stand though, especially if you have them right, just right. At least they got peg holes on them though, so you can put them on the stand. So as you can see, I decided to put the figures like on their stands, on some stand, NECA stand. Now I want to move on through like the accessories that come with the figures. Now, first I want to talk about the alternate hands that they have. They get like 6 alternate hands, as you can see. And I bet you could interchange these with all like the figures too, like the Season of the Witch figures, because you have like 2 hands like this. It looks like they're all the same type hands, like they're gripping. They're all the same, as you can see. All of them are like this. Cause we get like 3 pairs of them kind of hands. So each one of them can have hands like that. Like you put them like on their face or whatever, you know, or something. We just have them like that or whatever. Be able to get 6 of those, 2, 4, 6. You know. Next, they get like their bags for like trick or treat, cause they come like in this plastic too as well. It's pretty cool. Let me see. I like how they kept them in the plastic. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you do get like 3 bags. Cause you get 2 like paper bag type ones, but then you have like this one right here. It's like white. This says trick or treat, and it has like a ghost bat. It's a cat. And that's pretty cool. You can even kind of open it too. Yeah, these are like openable too, as you can see. You can open it. That's kind of neat. Then you get 2 brown paper bags right here. And I think these gonna open too as well. Yeah, as you can see, you can open these on up too. Pretty cool. You can see there's the figures with the bags. I must admit they look pretty cool like that, as you can see. It was kind of troublesome getting the bags in their hand. I had to kind of loosen their hands to get it in there. And I'm sure they would fall out if you kept messing with it or whatever. They probably just fall out. But I must admit that looks pretty cool though. Next, they have alternate like heads. Like you get this alternate like skull head with skeleton mask from, you know, from when they watched like the Silver Shamrock ad. You can select the eye inside there. It looks really gruesome, like all the worms and snakes and stuff, whatever that's coming out the head. After they watched the Silver Shamrock like ad, you know, it looks gruesome. It even still has a Silver Shamrock button on it too. But this is like an alternate head, you know, that you can like the space like with the this skeleton right here. Then up next you get like an alternate head for the witch, like a deformed head too, just like for her too. Like you can see like her eyes in there, and you can see all like the stuff like the worms, snakes, whatever coming out their face. Still has a Silver Shamrock on it too as well. Then I do remember this scene very well, like when it was like the boy, like when he's on the floor watching the TV. You can see all that stuff. Ooh, I remember that scene so well to myself. I must admit it's even stuck in my head. I even thought it was scary at the time. It really bothered me when I was a kid. When I saw all that coming out that boy's face when he was laying on the floor. And even this has like the Silver Shamrock button on it. Then you get this witch hat too as well. It even has like a hole in the rail because it's supposed to go on the pumpkin boy. I think you could just sit it like that if you want. But I think it's supposed to actually like press on, because you can press like the stem of the pumpkin, like the green stem of the pumpkin, like can go right into like the hat. I think that does look pretty cool though. And then the last accessory that they come with is the television right here. I must admit this is pretty cool because it has like that reflection in it. Like you can see the Silver Shamrock ad that it reflects to the pumpkin. That's pretty cool. That reflects. Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. It's a nice looking television too, or TV. It has this on the back too, like if you want to put it on the wall or something like that, be like hang it up on something. So I think that's pretty cool. I think this is awesome. I want to make a comparison with one of my NECA Michael Myers figures, because like with Halloween Kills, they really did connect Michael Myers kind of to these, you know, to these like what you can say costumes. So here's like the NECA Halloween Kills Michael Myers figure, awesome figure from NECA. As you can see, he's even holding like this guy, like the skeleton, like the kid. He's holding that mask because he actually killed people with that and took these masks and putting them on like the victims. Like the witch was Nurse Marion. He put this particular oh yeah, I didn't mean to spoil the film if you haven't seen Halloween Kills. Yeah, he put that mask on Nurse Marion, you know, and he had the skull. You didn't see what he did with this particular character, but he was holding the skull mask. As you can see, it's like bloody. That skull mask from like the boy. That's pretty cool. Just giving an example. But you can see how and he's not on the stand, but you can see how high he is like with them. That's pretty cool. But when it got to kills, they actually did kind of connect Michael to it, you know, so I think that's pretty cool because these costumes do show up in the Halloween Kills. I think that's pretty awesome that they did that. Okay, that's the NECA Halloween 3 Season of the Witch retro cloth figures, or you could say cloth and figures. I think this is an awesome set. It's much better than I thought it would be too as well. Like I mentioned before, I wasn't like a fan of Halloween 3, mostly because it didn't have Michael Myers in it. But I remember I watched it here again recently, and I must admit it is a pretty like solid, like great film, because it's really like science fiction. It's a horror film, but you can tell that it really is like science fiction, you know. But I always thought that, you know, because Michael Myers wasn't in it, you know, that's what kind of like just turned me off about it. And I can remember when it was just only these 3 Halloween films. There was no Halloween 4, like Return of Michael Myers. It was only 3 Halloween films. I can remember that so well. That I always thought it was sad that Michael Myers had supposedly died on part 2, like when he burned up in the hospital. I used to always think that was like so sad, you know, that Michael Myers, like it's like he was really gone because he wasn't in part 3. When we get to part 3, he's not in there at all. So I thought he was really gone, but then he eventually returned in Halloween 4. I remember that now. But yeah, but I must admit, still is a solid, pretty like. I think this set is awesome. I guess if you're like a fan of the film, I would definitely recommend these if you're a fan of this particular Halloween film. And this thing, Michael Myers does kind of make like cameo appearances, like when they show like theatrical trailers for Halloween in the film. You know, that's when you kind of say that he is in the film, because the theatrical trailer for Halloween does kind of play throughout this film at times, you know. So it's like you could tell that it's still like connected to like the Halloween like franchise with Michael Myers in it, you know, especially with what they done with Halloween Kills too as well. But anyway, I definitely recommend picking these on up. So these are the NECA Halloween 3 Season of the Witch clothed figures. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Ding 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 ding.